Now you are almost like letting go, reinventing yourself.
Yes.
Reinventing your business model, which I've done multiple times in my career, where you have to let go of something that's kind of working.
Yeah, I mean, it was 7 figures every year.
Yeah,
like clockwork. It was a 7-figure job. I
Yeah.
turned it into more of it was a job. It wasn't.
Yes.
I knew how to do it every year, but it wasn't going up.
Yeah.
It was plateaued.
So to let go of that, like a business, a job, 7-figure, to say, I'm gonna do something, it's kind of still in the same fitness industry, but a completely different business model,
Yeah.
a different offer to the marketplace.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that transition. How did you deal with that?
Well, I didn't deal with it well at first because when I made the pivot, I was also trying to grow this clothing company
Oh my
that
goodness.
I know nothing about.
Okay, yeah.
I was also trying to launch a supplement.
Oh,
I still had my fitness stuff.
Yes.
So no, I didn't cut the tie.
Okay, you were doing multiple things.
So I'm making all this money now for my fitness business coaching program, bleeding it back into these other things that weren't working. Thank God I had mentors that kept saying, you've got to get singularity of focus.
Yeah.
The fitness has got to go. The supplements got to, find someone to run it for you, or you just got to stop investing into it. The clothing line just stopped that completely.
Yeah, like, that's not your thing, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, and I'm like, oh my God, so I'm the problem here. So it took probably about a year. Like I'm all in now on I don't even know how much money the clothing company's done. The supplement sells itself. Fitness business, I don't know what's even coming in with that. Everything is focused now on growing one thing.
One thing, yeah. Which is the mastermind for fitness professionals, right?
Yes, this is all I want to do. But
Yes.
it wasn't easy because what was also happening is you're not just fighting. It's not about money here, man. This is so beyond money, guys. It's your identity.
Yeah.
And you gain this status as a 7-figure earner. And what happens, the challenge was, what if I lose this identity? And I was playing not to lose. I wasn't playing to win.
Yeah.
And I still wrestle with that today. And
Yeah.
I think you probably kind of caught on to that maybe as
Yeah.
we talk today. But it's an identity thing. So why do I have this identity in these metrics? Why can't I find a sense of peace in my life unless I'm at this number? And this is kind of what I'm wrestling through.
Yeah.
And I'm having real conversations with my wife. I'm like, Flav, if I start to make the decisions I need to make for this thing to grow, if we've got to liquidate the gym, liquidate the house, go to a smaller town, would you mind? She's like, I don't care. I'm like, huh. So why am I so scared? And I think a lot of people may be able to relate to this, not losing some form of identity that is filling some void, some insecurity in their life.
That's actually, let's talk a little bit about that, because I do see entrepreneurs, and including myself, my older self, where the identity you wrapped around about, seven-figure entrepreneur, I'm a millionaire entrepreneur, like a lot of this stuff, right? Like status, right?
Sure.
Where how the world sees me, and then this and that. And what I realize is, as an entrepreneur, like compared to the organization I have today, compared to before, now the skills, of course, the skills I have today, I have more skill sets. There's no doubt in my mind. But a big shift in my mindset is, before I was growing the company for me, that my identity is tied to that. So I'm very attached to any fluctuation in terms of revenue of the company. Oh, I'm making less money. Oh, it's a lot of that panic kind of energy that I bring to the business. And I wonder how come I cannot find like good people, right? Or I cannot grow as fast as I want. Even though I'm hustling, I'm working hard, right? Like there's something that you just feel like this is not going very smoothly. You're not in flow, right? It's very, very interesting. And versus when I let go of the need to control. It's very interesting.
Right.
When I let go of the need to control, then things just happen.
Right. Interesting. So what you've just said here is something that I've heard other leaders talk about, and what they say is, you can have either control or growth, but you can't have both.
Correct.
So how do you let go of the control? I know you're interviewing me, but I want to know from you, how do you let go of the control?
Because I came to the conclusion is we have no control. Like what control do we have really? How like we think we have, right? Any health, right? Something could happen in terms of you get into an accident, or suddenly you get hit by this disease, or you get sick. We have very little control. Right? Like if you think about like how, because human beings, we kind of want securities, but if you really think about it, we actually don't have much control.
It's hilarious when you say that, because if you think of all these people that eat so healthy and work out 1,000,000 days, a year, yet they still get sick.
Yeah, and they may
don't eat gluten,
diagnosed with some and then they get sick, and then they get diagnosed with some life-threatening disease.
Right.
And then when you realize, well, actually you have very little control. And same thing with your business. And then in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, today, what's the worst case scenario, right? Like rock bottom, I'm thinking, you know what? I have in my investments, I have my assets, I have all this stuff. Worst case, like I lose like all the business stuff. I'm okay, right? Like it's not like I'm living on the street.
Sure.
Like I'm okay. If I got my assets, I got my properties, got all this stuff. I'm like, yeah. So, am I okay with that?
Yeah.
It's like when you go into a fight, worst case, I'm gonna be hurt this much. I'm not gonna die, but I'm gonna be hurt this much, right? I'm gonna get my bleeding nose and bruise. That's gonna be the worst case scenario. Okay, if I know my worst case scenario, then I actually don't have a lot of fear because I can live with that.
Gotcha.
Right? Now I could just, okay, let's focus on, it's very interesting when I shift my focus into not building a business for me, right? Which you focus on building the business, right?
Sure.
When you focus on not building a business for yourself, but for a bigger purpose, you will not believe the help, the opportunities, money's a funny thing.
You're talking about purpose and service.
Purpose and service and a bigger purpose, your mission, that money comes to you faster, easier, opportunities just knock on your door that you cannot even chase or aim for. Like there is no way you could. Like the things that are happening in terms of in my career in the last couple of years, I cannot even create it. I would not dare to say, oh, because I created. No, like just recently, some opportunities come onto my lap. Like it's not something I could market for or things like. It's not that like though.
Yeah, it's hard for people to wrap their mind around.
Yeah, it's like you want to, because entrepreneurs, I think we overestimate about our abilities.
Right.
We think it's me, man. I make it happen. Yeah. I get shit done and all that. No, here's my belief, and I'll circle back to the question.
Yeah.
If you asked me 10 years ago, you asked me, hey, Dan, think about your percentage. What percentage is hard work? What percentage is luck? I will tell you, freaking 99% hard work, 1% is luck. I will give you that answer. My business is successful because I work my ass off, right? I'm good at what I do, right?
Yep.
You ask me today, I'll give you a very different answer. I would probably tell you, 1/3 it's my skill, 1/3 it's luck, and 1/3 it's my people.
Wow.
So my part is actually much smaller. And my skill set is being able to exercise my talents, my creativity, my exercise, because I have the right thing, the right timing, and then as well as I have the right people on my team be able to do that. So my contributing factors becomes less and less and less. That's what I would say.
You really do create a team. Yeah, you really do become something bigger than yourself.
Much bigger. And then that attracts more people to be a bigger team. So that's the way that I see it.